Caitlin Clark has just made history by signing a contract with the LPGA, surprising fans. However, ESPN's coverage lacked enthusiasm, leaving viewers disappointed. While the LPGA hosted an impressive event, ESPN treated it as a minor detail. Why is such a significant moment in sports being downplayed like this? This story will make you reconsider everything.
So Caitlin Clark played golf during the week, and obviously it was a big deal. Surprisingly enough, an almost bigger deal than Unrivaled.
Caitlin Clark, one of the most talented basketball players of this generation, has just signed with the LPGA, making waves in both basketball and golf. However, while the LPGA celebrates this moment, ESPN's lackluster coverage and the silence from the WNBA have left fans and critics puzzled. Caitlin's transition to golf is not just a career change, but a historic breakthrough. So why are some of the biggest names in sports downplaying this achievement?
Previous video how this Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being
Caitlin's transition to golf presents a fantastic opportunity, as she has already had an impressive career in NCAA and the WNBA, attracting massive attention wherever she plays. Her basketball performances have shattered viewership records, with 19 million tuning in for her NCAA Final Four game against South Carolina, surpassing many NBA playoff games. Now, Caitlin is making waves in golf, proving her versatility and global potential.
LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct.
The LPGA didn't just invite Caitlin to participate, they built an entire event around her, pairing her with world-renowned golfer Nelly Korda in a Pro-Am that became an instant phenomenon. This wasn't just a regular tournament, it was a bold statement. Caitlin's presence attracted massive crowds and created a buzz that the LPGA rarely experiences. Yet, despite the overwhelming success of the event, ESPN and the WNBA treated it as a mere footnote in sports history. Let's dive into Caitlin's groundbreaking golf debut and the strange or absent reactions from two of the biggest names in sports media and women's sports. Caitlin Clark has always been a trailblazer, not only in basketball but in her ability to draw attention to women's sports. From her record-breaking years at Iowa to her professional career in the WNBA, Caitlin has consistently exceeded expectations. But no one could have predicted her surprising shift to golf, a move that has stunned and excited fans across both sports. The LPGA's invitation to Caitlin was a smart, strategic decision. By involving her, they tapped into her massive fan base, bringing fresh attention to golf. Caitlin's role in the Pro-Am wasn't just to showcase her golfing skills, but to celebrate her as a multi-talented athlete. Pairing her with Nelly Korda was a perfect highlight, blending Caitlin's star power with Nelly's excellence in golf. The result was immediate. Crowds flocked to the event, and social media was flooded with excitement. Fans couldn't wait for Caitlin's first swings, her interactions with Nelly, and the unique thrill of watching a basketball star try her hand at golf. Caitlin Clark wasn't just a guest. She was the centerpiece of the event. LPGA truly nailed Caitlin's debut. They recognized it as a golden moment and pulled out all the stops to make it a huge success. What started as a small Pro-Am turned into a massive event due to the overwhelming fan enthusiasm, prompting LPGA to go big. They transformed the game into a spectacular TV event, ensuring that Caitlin's debut was seen by everyone. The result? Explosive. Over 34 million social media interactions, an incredible number proving Caitlin's immense appeal. LPGA maximized Caitlin's involvement, sharing behind-the-scenes videos, images, and memorable moments, keeping fans engaged long after the event. This wasn't just a win for Caitlin, it was a major victory for golf and women's sports as a whole. LPGA scored by making Caitlin's debut a social media sensation. Fans went wild on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, sharing every moment from Caitlin signing autographs, hitting her first shots, to interacting with fans. The videos went viral, reaching far beyond the golf community. Millions of interactions showed Caitlin's incredible draw. What's impressive is how authentic it all felt. Fans genuinely connected with the event, sharing, commenting, and engaging passionately. LPGA cleverly kept the momentum going with constant updates on their channels. In contrast, ESPN and WNBA ignored this golden opportunity. What a missed chance. ESPN and WNBA disappointed fans by ignoring Caitlin Clark's historic debut at the LPGA. This was a perfect story for ESPN, a basketball superstar crossing over into golf, creating a media frenzy. Yet ESPN covered it in the most uninspired, lackluster way possible, missing a golden opportunity to elevate Caitlin and women's sports. The cold response from ESPN and WNBA highlights a deeper issue. Women's sports still don't get the recognition they deserve, even when a star like Caitlin Clark is involved. This wasn't just a media failure. It was a missed chance to capitalize on the huge potential of women's sports. WNBA's silence on Caitlin Clark's success isn't just a mistake, it's a troubling sign. If they can't celebrate one of their brightest stars crossing over and making a big splash in another sport, what does that say about their support for their own athletes? Fans have voiced their frustration loudly, flooding social media with hashtags Jatcher Support Caitlin and Jatch WNBA Wake Up. They criticized WNBA for sleeping on Caitlin's moment, while LPGA showed how to harness her star power to elevate their brand. How could WNBA miss this opportunity? Caitlin is doing more for women's sports than the WNBA. WNBA ruined the moment that should have been theirs. These are just some of the many comments flooding Twitter and Instagram. Clearly, WNBA is losing the trust of its own fan base. The fan outrage isn't limited to Caitlin Clark's event. It extends to WNBA's weak marketing strategy. This isn't the first time WNBA has been criticized for lack of investment in promotion. Even top stars like Aja Wilson and Brianna Stewart have spoken out about needing more support. Caitlin's LPGA debut marks a major disappointment, leaving fans and experts questioning WNBA's true priorities. While WNBA struggles, LPGA scores big by making Caitlin the focal point of the event. They strategically paired her with Nelly Korda, the world's #1 golfer, creating massive appeal and drawing a larger-than-expected crowd. They listened to fans eager for more Caitlin content and kept the buzz alive, turning the event into a landmark moment in women's sports. Recognizing Caitlin's massive appeal, LPGA went big by turning the Pro-Am into a nationwide TV event. The result? Explosive. Over 34 million social media interactions, a stunning number for any sport, let alone golf. Images of Caitlin signing autographs, mingling with fans, and taking her first swings flooded every platform. LPGA didn't just see Caitlin as a guest, they recognized her as a key figure to attract new fans and elevate the sport of golf. It's hard to believe that ESPN, the giant of sports media, completely overlooked Caitlin Clark's debut at the LPGA. This was a story brimming with potential to attract audiences from various fields. A basketball star crossing over into golf and making a huge splash. Yet, ESPN dropped the ball with a dull, lifeless coverage. Instead of celebrating Caitlin's historic moment, they treated it like a non-event. Their broadcast lacked creativity, energy, and gave off the vibe of a trivial news item. Caitlin Clark is becoming more famous every day, yet ESPN and the WNBA seem indifferent to her. On the other hand, LPGA knows how to capitalize on Caitlin's star power to promote golf. Caitlin is no ordinary athlete. She's a huge star, widely recognized. Caitlin's debut at the LPGA should have been a massive celebration, but it ended up highlighting how ESPN and the WNBA still struggle with promoting women's sports. LPGA nailed it, while ESPN and WNBA have a lot to learn. What do you think about this? Is ESPN and WNBA missing out on a big opportunity? Or is there another reason behind this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on all the latest news about Caitlin Clark.